friends. It's Nicole Scott here from Own Your Sparkle. I am so excited to have a special guest speaker on from Michigan, Therese Cranick. She is, if you want to follow her on Instagram, it's Therese Goes Gray. And I'm going to spell it for you. And down below, we're actually going to put it so you can follow her because she has huge following. Therese. So that's her first name, Therese, and then Goes Gray with it's GRE and you spell it EY, right?
Correct. Yes.
EY, because I know sometimes up here in Canada we do it as EY, and typically in the US they do it as AY, but you do it EY. And it's so fun. It's like whatever resonates with you. There's no right or wrong. When I was writing my book, I was like, I'm so confused. Should I do AY or EY? But people know what it is. So anyways, thank you for joining me from Michigan today and jumping on and interviewing you about the journey. So thank you so much.
Absolutely, Nicole. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, and I just wanted to mention too that she is a brand ambassador to many beauty and wellness products, and she will give some shout outs as well too, because I know you women are always asking what you use, and she had mentioned like look at her skin, like it is totally glowing, unbelievable, and then look at just how healthy her hair looks, and she can do a shout out to some of her favorite products as well. But again, I just want to dive into the first question, which is always on everybody's hearts and minds, is how old were you when you decided to go gray? Or I'm going to say natural, because your hair doesn't look gray to me. It looks like platinum blonde, and it looks like the money that these young girls are spending hundreds and hundreds of dollars to achieve, and you have it naturally. So I just like, when did you start embracing your natural color, and what was the motivating factor? We'll start with that question.
Okay. I started when I was 55, and actually that summer, I have to tell this story because it really is a pivotal point. I have colored my hair auburn for about 20 years previously, and I loved the red. I was outside we have a little cottage up north, and I was outside, and an acquaintance, a neighbor, had mentioned, and I know he didn't mean to say it, but the way it came off, he just looked at me and he said, "Is your hair supposed to be that bright red?" And it took me aback, and I knew my hair was progressively getting brighter. It was the same color, same formula, but it progressively got brighter. My growth, I used to be able to go 4 weeks. I could sometimes stretch it out to 4.5, 5. And then I had to do 3 weeks and sometimes 2.5 because it was so light. And I've always loved gray hair. I have to shout out, when I seen Jamie Lee Curtis go gray, she was a huge inspiration of mine. I've wanted to go gray for 10 years prior. So in my mid 40s, I did not have the courage to go gray. I didn't know. I think it's the fear of the unknown. I didn't know what I would have. I always like to say going gray is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. And you never know. You truly never know. So I was hesitant. And it might have been a little bit of vanity. Who knows? But when he said that to me, and I kind of was ready, but I didn't know if I wanted to take the step. And that night, I looked in the mirror, looked at my hair, and my hair, I'm hypothyroid, so I already have challenging issues with my hair. But my hair was really thin. I mean, you could absolutely see through it at the ends right here, like chin down, you could see through my hair. It was so fine and thin. And I would take my shower, I would lose handfuls of this red hair. And so I was done. I was absolutely done. I made the decision that night. I will never forget. It was the end of August, and I did it cold turkey for about 3 months. And then the third month, because of the demarcation, and everyone was so gracious around me. I was really blessed. My people at work, my friends at work, my husband, extremely supportive. He wanted me to go gray. My kids, everything. It was really beautiful. I was fortunate. But my demarcation, I remember it was in November, and it was pretty significant. And what I was doing is I was using like Head and Shoulders. I was trying to lighten the red to just get it to be a lighter color, and it was getting that which I know we talk about a lot on Instagram and on social media. It was getting that orange color. It was that really orangey. It was just not a good look. So I was fortunate. I didn't go to my hairdresser, God bless her, but I wanted to get somebody who I knew would be good with color.
Mm-hmm.
And I found a gal not too far from me, and she did what they call baby lights. And I always get questioned what that is. Baby lights is just very, very fine strands of hair, not chunky at all.
Okay.
It literally took an hour and a half for her to foil my hair.
Okay.
And my hair was short. If anyone sees my transition, I cut my hair right away because I knew it would be easier to grow it out that way. And so I had all these, I mean, bless her heart, I was like foil I looked like an alien, this big circle of foil. But she did it right. And she used all these fine, and when it came out, I just looked like I had highlights. And that was the only time I colored my hair in the transition.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did is every few months I would get the ends cut.
Okay.
And it was probably about, I'm going to say March of that following year. So that would be how many months? Like about 6, 7 months.
Yeah.
I got a really drastic haircut. It probably was shorter than I wanted to go, but it was all right because I had almost all of it cut off. Okay. And then once I got all the color cut out, then I was like, because I love these long haired, these goddesses with their long gray hair. It's insane. And so I'm like, I'm growing it out. I'm going to grow it out, see what I've got. And this is what I've got. And I'm telling you, I will say this to any woman out there, anyone that's on the fence, give yourself the time. I know it's frustrating. And I know that, I zeroed in on my goal, and I thought, I don't care if anyone stares at me at the grocery store or anyone looks at me funny. Yeah. I'm going to achieve this goal, and it's going to be a shorter time frame than I think. Yeah. And it did. And I'm so happy. And now I get people that are close to me that I know love me and are so honest with me, and they'll tell me, you look younger, you look brighter, you look like, just your whole attitude has changed. So it's a gift. It's a gift. I think that once we embrace what we have and embrace our grays, it can be a really, really beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Oh, I love your story and journey, and that you pretty much answered all the questions, which was like you heard, which is awesome. Like that was great. Like transition. So for some women, you'll follow them, they shave their head. And for some, it's a shortcut. For me, I ended up just doing a full foil, 7.5 hours, 2 foils, because I was writing my book and I needed a cover photo.
Oh, yeah.
So I was 10 months into my my journey where I was still only here, and I didn't want short on my book. I wanted it. So we ended up 7.5 hours. Would I recommend doing that? No. My butt hurt. And so did my bank account. But that was like the last that I did. And yeah, but here's the thing. I wasn't the same person I was 2 years ago, when I was making this decision. Like now as a woman, going through this journey, I have so much more power, so much more confident. And so looking back, I would have been like, Nicole, what was your fear? Like, what was your big deal? But I wasn't there. And so I have so much compassion when women come into this journey that, oh, I'm not ready to cut my hair, because I wasn't ready to cut my hair. And so wherever you are, it's perfect. Just know that it will take time. And honestly, the growth that happens in the time is the most magical part of this journey, because it's a time when we can be uncomfortable in the uncomfortable and be okay with that. Like just be okay. That we don't have to live up to a standard that society says we need to look this way for everybody at all hours of the day. Exactly. And so just thank you for your bravery, and thank you for all the silver natural goddesses out there that have gone before us, because so many have gone. And just like you, Therese, when you said that you weren't ready in your 40s, I got the aha moment in my 30s in the shower when I was washing another home dye off. And literally the dye was running down my breasts and down my body. And I looked down, and here I am as a nutritionist, and I'm going, this is not good. Like, what the heck, Nicole? What are you doing? But I wasn't ready in my 30s. I had too much ego. The vanity was strong. I had a husband at the time who looked like he was in his 20s, and I didn't want to look like an old gray, person compared to my young, youthful husband. And that was my fear. So, yeah, I guess as we close off here, any other words of wisdom as women are sitting on the fence and just going, I really want to do this, but, oh.
Yeah, I would say from my standpoint, and like I said, I wanted to do it when I was in my 40s. And if you're on the fence, I actually regret that I hadn't done it sooner.
Mm-hmm.
I did not realize what I would have. I mean, my hair is thicker, it's fuller, it's bright. I mean, it really has, and it's opened up so many doors for me, which sounds crazy, but it's true. Things that I wanted to do before, like with my skincare, and I've always wanted to promote healthy skin, and now it's happening. It's happening. People are approaching me to talk about their products. So it's amazing. I wish I would have done it sooner, I guess, is probably the sentence I would share with anyone, is I wish I would have done it sooner. And I know it's simple, but it's true.
Yeah. That is so great. And let's talk about some of the products that you've been approached to be an ambassador about, and that feels really authentic to you to share this with other women. So yeah, tell us those favorite products.
I absolutely will. With my hair, I have to shout out Pravana. It's Pravana. I use their shampoo for gray hair, for silver hair, and their conditioner. And also I've got a lot of hair, but it's fine. And so I like to bump it up, and I use they've got a pump mousse that's a full volume, amazing. So I want to definitely, Pravana I don't work with them. I just want to share how amazing their products are. It's really kept my hair really shiny, really bright, and it's just no yellowing, which is but as far as the skincare goes, and I love the neck. I'm 57. So I really have to work on my neck and eyes are the two things that I really emphasize, or I really want to take care of. Pericone Sub D, it works. I can't say anything more other than it truly, truly works. I know some people are a little off put by the price, and I get it. It is pricey, but you are getting what you pay for. As far as eye products go, I am a huge, I love Shiseido. I'm probably not going to pronounce it right, Benefiance. And the eye cream they have is amazing. It's very rich, so I use that at night. I am a brand ambassador for Korres, and in the morning I use their Black Pine eye cream, eye serum. And what I love about that is if you've seen the applicator, you literally are just putting the drop into your finger, very sanitary, and it works. It really does smooth out the lines, plumps and hydrates. As far as my skin goes, I love the Korres, their menopause line. They have a line specifically now for menopause, and it's amazing. And it's white pine, and it really works. I also have used Earth's Cure. I also do a brand ambassador for them as well. And they've got a real simple 3-step program. And I like to use that in the summer because it's very light, and I don't feel real heavy on my skin. And my other little trick that I will share with everyone is Retin A. I am a total believer in Retin A. I've used it for over probably close to 15 years, and Retin A works. it absolutely works for your skin. So
Wonderful. Well, your skin is so gorgeous. 57 years old. You look like so youthful. Like when I see your stuff, I'm like, wow, this woman is just rocking life and wellness and health. And, I think that's the thing when we decide to go natural, we even are more motivated to look good and feel good. And so it's tweaking our health choices on a regular basis.
you're right.
And,
It's like a
yeah.
domino effect because
Hmm.
when I think the stigma with gray hair, and I do have to share this, is wear a current hairstyle. Make sure
Mm.
you've got a very youthful
Yeah.
hairstyle.
Oh, I
And
like that.
I think it speaks volumes. And you're right, because once you go gray,
Yeah.
you want to, I had to alter my makeup. I used to wear
Right.
warm colors with the red. I'm now cool shades. So make
Right.
sure you alter your makeup to complement your gray
Yeah.
hair. And you want to, it's like a flower opening up. You want to really look your best from head to toe.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's
and,
so true.
I'm approaching 60 and I'm not stopping. I mean, I went to a Post Malone concert with my husband last year. I mean, I'm not old. I'm still young. So,
I love that. Well, that's such a great message. And I love what you said about trying to get like a cool, maybe funky haircut or just upgrading. I love your cut. I like that you've got some softness and some layers there, and that you've got like a half bang, which is so
yeah.
beautiful. I actually just got my hair cut and I did 3.5 inches off of the back.
Oh my,
And
love it.
it was, and what was hard for me is all summer long, I wore my hair in a bun.
Right?
I can't wear it in a bun anymore because it's so chopped off at the back. But this is kind of one of the new styles, is having
Yeah.
this kind of funky long bob. And I took a chance and a risk. And this is me. This is all natural. So I have a natural wave in it. So I do a wash and then I use either like argan oil, a
Okay.
little splat here, just to calm down the crazies, the little gray crazies that can come up. And it just tames it. And I just put a little bit on the edge to make it very, very soft. And that's it. I really thank you. Don't try to use the blow dryer anymore. My hairdresser curled it when she cut it. So I had those beautiful, really defined. And I
I
was
know
like,
what you're talking about.
how do I do that? So I attempted it. It looked about 50% maybe as good as hers. And I kind of giggled because I had ends that I call it, I'm totally dyslexic when it comes to hairstyling tools. My kids laugh at me. I attempt to do something. They're like, oh my gosh, mom, here, let me help you. So I know for me with hair, it's got to be simple. It's got to be easy cut, and it's got to work with I have really thick hair. Like I have so much hair. I shed like a dog. My hair is everywhere.
Yeah.
And like so much of it. So I have to make sure that the cut is going to fit my hair choice, that I don't have to straighten it every day or curl it every day, because I just wouldn't do that. My time is too precious and I can't see myself spending an hour on my hair like so many people do. I'm like, wash and go. And that just works for me. But whatever works for you, that's awesome too, right? It's do you. That is always my message to women. Just do you.
Yep, this is strictly blow dry. Strictly blow dry with a round brush.
I've seen your video on that before. And I actually got, because of that video that you were promoting, I have the brush too, which is so beautiful because it's like a 2-in-1, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it is.
So great. Anyways, I just want to thank you ladies for watching this video, and make sure to share it and like it and pass this beautiful story of inspiration to embracing your beautiful natural hair and owning it and just being you and doing you and just going on this beautiful journey with us. So thank you, Therese, for joining us today.
Thank you for having me, Nicole.